Perfect. So, in terms of picks and bans, like, I kind of want to see Huma just go back to, like, their more loose style, which was just like, we're going to pick what's good for our lanes, and we'll just kind of win.
Yeah.
Rather than just being like, we're going to scale to a certain point, activate, and go. Because they got shut to that point. They got shut off.
I think, you know, we talked about how Huma have 3 carries, right?
Yes.
And I think when you put a lot on 1 carry, when you have the potential of 3, I mean, Willib was doing fine as well.
Sure.
He was actively split pushing. I just think it seems like a bit of a waste not to try and carry from all 3 if you can, against an opponent that you would expect to not be able to cope in the laning phase. But I mean, Sebex did a decent job shutting down Godbro. Godbro was on Lulu, so I mean, it's not like he was going to be too effective in that situation.
Sure. I mean, you think about the team as a whole. Santorin is a facilitating jungler for a lane. Willib carry, Godbro carry, Holy Fingers carry, and Shisui Cass will set up the carries. And Godbro just being put on the Lulu, yeah, takes away from that. Santorin also being on the Nidalee, where he can't really facilitate. He just farms, builds, and then joins fights when they happen, unless he can get CC from the rest of his lanes, of which there was not a lot. So yeah, I would like to see them go back to their strengths, you know?
Yeah, we haven't really touched on the picks and bans yet. We are already first rotation through. Alistair, Lucian, Rise on the side of Huma. So pretty much just wanting to get out all of most of the stuff. Rise is the new one here for Huma. Rise wasn't banned last game. Jax, Kalista, Gangplank, nothing too surprising there from Mouse. And the Corki first pick, of course. I mean, it's open. May as well take it. It is a flex. Could go mid, could go AD carry. Godbro and Holy Phoenix both seem like players to me that would be happy to take that.
First rotation, Ezreal and Braum once again is very interesting. Nardius had a really good game on that champion. He just fulfilled a role and played it well. So Ezreal again going into that role. Nidalee would be left up, so that could be potentially painful from the jungle from Dan if Huma leave it up. Because last time it was more of a denial pick than anything else, because Graves was up. There was pretty much all the junglers were up, so Santorin could have gone anywhere. I kind of want him just to go for a more Santorin jungler than going
something
that
just sits back and is just like, well, I'm gonna support everybody.
Ooh.
Well, that would do it if you went for it. That's not a Santorin.
That's like the Solo Q reaction.
Rengar is like, I don't think Santorin is Rengar player.
Yeah,
like,
I
at least
this.
not to fit in a 3 carry team. At least if he's trying to snowball 1 carry, sure. Trying to snowball 3 carries, maybe not so much.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Poppy into the top lane for Willib. I like it. And then with Rek'Sai in the jungle, sets up his lanes. Also will be able to track the enemy jungler, so it's just perfect for the team. Like, you lock them down into one-on-one matchups with your opponents, and then that's your role.
Still on the dual flex. Could be Poppy support, could be Corki mid, could be Corki AD carry.
Correct.
So there are still a lot of options available for Mouse. For Huma. Mouse have to react in kind. They got jungle top and mid that they're looking for. I doubt we'll see Ezreal mid. We've only seen it a handful of times. It's not amazing. So it's now on Mouse. Where do they go? They've got the Ezreal. Do they look for that Nidalee you were talking about in the jungle? It is available. Is a decent matchup into Rek'Sai as well.
Gives you double poke, and you can pick like a wave play mid like Victor in the mid lane.
Oh, whoa!
They lock in the
you
Jace.
Go full poke.
Yeah. So Selfie actually ran this recently in the mid lane. Actually pretty good. Like, it's just more poke, so they have triple poke setup with Braum frontline. What do you build? They can just pick the Maokai again from last game.
Yeah, I guess you could. It gives you the engage that we've seen lack in poke poke setups.
What else could you run in the top lane? Shen could be okay.
Yeah, Shen could be okay.
Then you get a 4-1 with wave clear and poke and Shen in the side lane.
Seems pretty good. Huma on the other side, what are we looking for? Still either AD carry or mid lane, and then top or support, because we're flexing. We have a lot up. So for Holy Phoenix, does he want the Corki? He has played it. So has Godbro. Both players have played the Corki already. That's a Quinn locked in.
All right.
And a Thresh.
Let's shuffle this about stress. So
it's Corki AD carry.
Yeah. It will be Rek'Sai jungle.
Yeah.
So that means Quinn will go top.
Wait, no, because it's Poppy top, because it can't be Poppy support.
So
because of Thresh.
So where does Quinn go?
So Quinn goes mid lane. So this is what Faker did.
Okay.
It's the Quinn mid. now into a Jace matchup, which Jace in close quarters relies obviously on auto attacks because he's just like a kind of a hybrid marksman where you have poke plus hypercharge. So this blind is going to do a lot of work in the 1v1 Godbro versus Sebex. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
That is such a diverse lane. Like, you so rarely see Jace and then also Quinn, and then they're both in the same game. So this will be a very fun matchup to watch. We used to have so many mid lanes right now, which is just like farmers or facilitators, and they just kind of, even if you pick one, then you just don't really get anything that happens because one sits back and they just farm and you can't gank them. Yeah. So this will be cool. Oh, okay, Maokai as well. So I was thinking about the Shen, but if they just want to group up and then have the Shen block whoever's top lane, then it makes sense. I was thinking for a second it was Poppy, but I was
I think the funniest thing about this mid lane matchup though is the fact that both run exhaust, or at least I kind of expect them to both run exhaust because it's just like, well, we're not going to trade. We're going to do this and then exhaust and then walk away.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good exhaust targets as well in this game. So Suicast actually opting towards the Ignite. We'll see if that carries on into the game as well. So not going with the double exhaust, which Mouse is running with Rux.
But then I feel like in this setup, they're like, okay, let's just get kill pressure.
Yeah.
We hated the last game where we had the Caitlyn in the 2v1 situation in the lane swap. Let's go for the 2v2. Let's go for kill pressure.
Yeah, it's very different. I'm glad they've swapped it up. This is very much a different composition from Huma in this game. So yeah, we just have to see how it pans out in game. I wonder how the early game is gonna.
Doesn't have the best synergy though, overall.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a weird, janky kind of composition. Godbro has the ability to roam with the Quinn ultimate. You have the teleport and the Poppy. So there is a potential for the 1-3-1 with Thresh there for protection, with Rek'Sai as well, can use her global to cross. So it's a weird comp, but it is actually kind of put together in a way that you can see the different pieces. And on the other side, it's Poke. So
yeah, pretty much. Poke with frontline. This is yeah. I'm trying to think of the right word.
Well, I mean,
it's a Poke comp, you know?
It is. It's just a straight up Poke comp.
But it has like different elements in, like for example, Jace now being slotted in, where we're seeing a little bit more Jace now for instance those compositions, and you have Poke both AD and AP and slow.
Yeah. It's got engage potential as well, so when you step up to a tower, if anybody's low and is just sitting around stupidly behind you can dive in there. But dive in on Twitter and use those hashtags HMA win or MOU win. Hashtag MOU win at Mousesports. Let us know who you think is going to win. Will it be a 2-0 or will it be a 1-1? Can Mouse get their second win of the split?
Yeah, could get another 1-1 here as we get into our third week. That'll be very interesting. Yeah, this composition from Huma, like, is interesting, as you mentioned. Like, it's kind of pick and mix, but has like synergies within like some players. So like, some champions synergize together, and then it's more like skirmish based. Yeah. So Mouse with Nadia's back on the Ezreal. It was such a good showing last game. Nadia's as well, if you've just joined us, replaced Taric from last week, who was formerly Cedrian. So
yes,
Nadius is now stepping in. And probably felt pretty good from Nadius because of that old rivalry between him and Holyfinks as well, coming in from the TCL.
Yeah, as we talked about, both Turkish players. I wonder whether we'll see the level 1 play come out, or at least something tricky come out from Mouse, because last game they went aggressive onto Santorin and Wirlip when they were trying to double jungle. But it looks like Huma have read the play on the lane swap, and they're looking for that 2v2. Because you can see the setup, they're heading topside. They are going to start Gromp as well. That's what you do if you're expecting the lane swap. Or at least when you're expecting a 2v2 is you'd start the camp.
Correct. It's just Suicast taking this one, so pretty standard. Everyone's doing basically the same thing here. We'll have the duo lanes go Australia and go back into the top lane. And then Holyfinks just Suicast. So Nadius will actually get the 2-on-2 with Holyfinks this game, so that should be fun. And then, yeah, junglers are just going for the jungle, farming this one up. Wirlip will be tanking some of the damage using his passive. But mid lane is what we were talking out of Champion Select as one of the main lanes to keep an eye on. That's Godbro on Quinn, just hitting level 6 as that minion was dying. So he was trying to get the level 2 punish. Didn't quite get it all off onto Sebex. So fairly even. He took a little bit more damage. But Sebex has not popped. He's not popped his biscuits yet.
Yeah, he's even studded longsword biscuits as well. Not opting for Doran's blade, which sometimes we'd see. So again, just kind of wanting to speed closer to his first item. What it will do is mean that his health will be lower, even though he has biscuits to heal it up, so his effective health is not too unchanged. His actual upfront health is just lower than if he had a Doran's blade.
Yeah. Godbro just throwing up the W there, the heightened sensors, just to see if there's anyone off to the sides. The great thing about Quinn going mid lane is that if you pop it in the middle of your lane, the middle of the mid lane, then you can see both sides and potential gank pass from every single angle. So it's actually really, 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 really good.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Looking at bottom lane, Werlib and Beansu. This time we get to see Poppy into Maokai. Last game it was Fiora. Now we get to see whether a hammer can take down a tree. Lots of hammers in this game, actually. Because Sebex has a hammer as well.
Yeah, a transforming one.
Yeah, but Sebex is running Thunderlords, which you may say, seems standard on Jace. You would be mostly correct, but Selfie, when we saw it in the LCS, was running Storm Riders. And was able to, once he popped a Q, you know, hit somebody for 30% of their health, chase on, follow it up, to the skies, get the kill. Selfie went kind of huge in that game. I think he had like 9 kills.
Yeah, he got a lot of them towards the end. I remember he picked up a triple.
Yeah.
He was like 5 and 4, and then picked up a triple, and then they finished the game and picked up more kills. Yeah.
But Sebex is certainly going to hurt with that Thunderlords. It means his lane trading is so much more effective. Just hit Hypercharge and 1, 2, 3 Thunderlords.
Bam, and then you get it. Yeah, very easy to make that happen. But as you get into the mid and late game, bot lane though, Werlib, Santorin, both with the CC chain. Beansu just get out alive, but has to flash away from it. But when you get into the mid game with Sebex, it's harder to get the Thunderlords to pay off because you're so far back using the Shock Blast for acceleration gate that, I mean, it's 1 attack, it's not 3. So
it's only the 1, and of course it's only a 3-second window.
Correct.
So it means that actual, you know, Keystone Mastery will be less effective if he's not in auto attack range with that Hypercharge.
Indeed. So we'll see how that goes into the mid game. But yeah, Storm Raiders is such a good mastery. I love seeing it on different champions as well, like GBM with Storm Raiders on
the Zillion.
And Zillion.
Oh,
yeah.
can't kill you in the Zillion, man.
Nope. Like you land 2 bombs and you are guaranteed to run away. Like there's no way. Or you can like chase after as well. It's really, really cool. People who can utilize it. So I do want to see a little bit more of that. But if you just want the damage here, then I can understand it.
Along those lines, again, not game related.
All right.
In the last game with the Caitlyn, I was waiting for Holy Phoenix to like check over a wall with a trap. So I could be like, can't bait the Kate. Didn't actually work out that way because he actually got baited. So ended up dying in a couple of fights there.
That's unfortunate.
I know. It's just when it doesn't pan out, it's so sad.
You've like, got to keep it in the bank though.
I know, but that's why I'm using it now. It's like investment, so that it's like somebody will latch onto that and use it in the future, and the payoff will be huge.
That's more like just using it and leaving it on the street for someone just to randomly pick it up and be like, oh yeah.
Hey, look, I'm a good Samaritan. Okay, what can I say?
All right. Holy Phoenix and his free cast in the top lane. Just pretty much even. They haven't even popped a single potion yet. Neither of the AD carries, so you can just kind of get a sense of the lane from there. Cass looking for an easy hook onto Nardius, but very easily read. Bot lane, Beansu is actually level 6, so he'll jump onto Werlib. He's not going to kill him, but that's a sad sapling. He won't kill him, but he'll be able to put a little bit of damage down.
I love the sand saplings, mate.
Yeah.
Whoa,
hook onto Rux just as the minion was dying. That was so well timed. We're backing up behind the turret now.
TP coming in from Werlib as well.
Looking to close in. Rux is continuing to run away. He'll flash alongside him. There comes the ultimate. Keep his verdict now moving into Dan as well. He tried to pounce, but as he gets interrupted, Huck dodged out by Nardius. Had to use his flash for that one. Now Godpro coming in from the mid lane, roaming alongside Sebex. Pops behind enemy lines. He's hunting.
Godbro can just go back mid now and just push that lane out, is what I thought he was going to do initially when he used his ult. Now he has actually gone down that way. Nadius and Dan are still on the top side. Huma are looking patiently, quietly.
Patient bear will wait for you. Oh, no, Whirlib's no longer patient. Nope. They're looking to go on Nadius. He has no flash. And he'll just be slammed against the wall, tries to arcane shift away, but Sandrin is there to meet him. Cat as well does not want to take this kill. And now Dan is also caught in the thick of it, will be taken out. Hawk land onto Rook. The body block is there, but the bodyguard will die along with the person he was trying to protect. And it's just a matter of who's going to pick up the kill. Last tower shot to Godbro. That was an execute. No one tagged him.
Oh, that's so sad.
Feels a bad man. .jpg.
Sebex is just going to push mid lane at the same time, but this is the Huma we were kind of expecting, the ones that's playing a little bit more loose, a little bit more free, and are able to utilize the power when they have it, like this Corki early on, are able to put the damage down with the Rek'Sai, tunneling under to get the setup. Let's take another look. This was Nadius at the beginning of this one. Doesn't have his flash, doesn't have his heal, and doesn't have his life at the end of this one. Godbro comes in onto Dan, and again, this is this Huma grouping. They're utilizing the speed of the Quinn to go from mid to top, back to mid, and back to top again. I can't believe Godbro didn't get tagged. Oh, if Cass hadn't have blocked that. If Cass hadn't have blocked that, that would have been a kill going over.
Godbro took 4 tower shots from 100 to 0. That was all from that one tower.
That's sad.
Package the package from Holyfix. Nice reaction times by Sebex.
Yeah.
Saw the Corki flying in. It was also just WeCast maybe being a little early on that one.
Yeah, he was also on a ward.
Oh, okay, I'm less impressed. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Decent flash by Sebex. 5 out of 10. I was preemptively giving it at least an 8.
What if he was on Rise?
Probably 10 out of 10. Thanks for the suggestion. It's just WeCast in the top lane here. Just clearing away the ward. He's up against Maokai, so he's not going to be able to stop him.
However, mid lane, will Sebex be able to stop Godbro in this game? Already 1 kill on to Godbro. And it's been a faster game, this one. 4 kills already, pre-10 minutes. Willib is going to see Dan, and then Dan's going to think twice about this, back himself away. Vision control is kind of split between these two teams. You can see bottom side has got a lot of vision in favor of Mouse. Top side is in favor of Huma, so just, you know, utilizing the fog of war. Use the information that you have to infer where everybody is. If there's nobody on your wards, they're probably on the other side.
Yep.
It's always a good sign.
The powers of deduction.
I know,
if they're not in this one place.
All right, Sherlock.
And they can only be in another place. They're probably in the other place. No problem, Watson. It's just elementary.
Is this the BBC version of Sherlock, or Elementary, the awful American version?
I actually didn't watch it because I heard so many bad reviews.
Right,
I was
same,
just like,
but
I was like, Lucy losing there, but I'm not sure that's enough of a selling point for me.
Why should I watch this over like a Benedict Cumberbatch?
Right. Robert Downey Jr.
No, that's the film, Robert Downey.
What? Like, those two compared to the American version? Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it was in the one with, like, Martin Freeman.
No,
like,
no.
I don't remember Robert Downey Jr. being in the BBC version at any point.
You played Molly? Top lane is actually getting wrecked by Huma. They have just accelerated this game so much. Oh, Beanstu got hooked, but it's just recast. The team is there to back him up, but Whirlib is there enough for them to zone him away. That hook was almost big. Had the team not been there, they're doing fantastic for Huma. Nadius, the standard split push, but there is a Quinn in the mid lane, so it's going to result in this one-on-one. Godbro will probably wait until this minion wave moves away from him so he doesn't take the minion aggro and then go for the one-on-one. Here comes the instant teleport. Godbro needs to get this and get out. Nadius jumps towards Beanstu as he teleports in. Godbro, it's not in time. He tried to get out. Beanstu with a flash and the lockdown. Nadius may die regardless. Whirlib is here to clean up the mess. That is a broom, not a hammer. And that is a 1-for-1 in this game.
Oh, man. Godbro, come on. You know it's a long channel. It's like, what, 3 seconds?
Yeah.
You've got to stand still for that? That's just overconfidence. His overconfidence was definitely his weakness there. And Huma, he'll try and clear out this middle lane. Oh, they save it on low health.
It's still alive, and that's what counts, because it didn't give gold over to Mouse. But on this next push, it may go down. They do have the 3-man stack now from Huma, so I think it should be alive for the foreseeable future. Binsu going back into the top lane, bot lane rather. He should be able to stop this minion wave and push. Yeah, tower's basically full HP, so that's fine. I was going to take a look at the item builds, but Santorin is going to stop me. I was looking for the Prey Seeker, knock up onto Binsu, and Godbro is here as well. Burlip also following up. And is a bit more damage that has been exposed, but he doesn't get the final auto attack down, which would have been enough damage as Whirlip does the extra bit that would have sealed the deal, but Godbro was a little too low. Also not on the same page. Whirlip charges up his ultimate. Maybe would have liked him to hold on for that a little longer, but there was no minion wave, so there was no point.
And at this point, Huma trying to make picks onto Binsu with that Quinn ultimate. Godbro just trying to pretend he wants to nest. Turns out he's actually a woodpecker. It's just going to annoy the tree for the most part. But Mouse still hold on. Binsu didn't die there. They didn't really get anything on the side of Huma. Didn't even get the turret.
Flash, Flay.
Cass.
And Cass no longer in a good position. And that is just the close-in. That was, yeah, just not reading the map and knowing where Mouse were right there. As simple as that.
It is as simple as that. Now Mouse are grouped mid lane. This is where they want to be with this kind of composition. You've got the Nidalee, you've got the Ezreal, you've got the Jace. It's all good to be in the mid lane right now, poking away. The tower's super low health as it is. Huma likely don't have the wave clear here to hold it, so they are going to back away and give that turret up.
The Sapling will give its life here. Oh, no. It's good. Sapling is still alive. And Mouse are too. So they take the tower. And Binsu will probably go back into the bottom lane now. What's he built? So gone for the Catalyst. So he's still open to being potentially bursted by Godbro. I'm not sure if Godbro has enough burst now, actually. That there's like... yeah, I 180'd on that one very quickly. Because I was just like, double Durans and Catalyst and Ruby Crystal. No, he's good.
Damn, it's a new game. You can talk about double Durans again.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Reset.
Don't.
I don't think I have any more interesting facts yet.
Wait, you had interesting facts?
Yeah, at least one out of like the 7 that I had were interesting, I think.
Okay. If you say so.
Win.
That feel when Santorin pops his own Razor Sharp buff on a pink ward already.
That was already being taken.
That's sad.
The worst feeling. But they will get the Herald out of it, so it's not too bad. But if only he had it, he could have cleared 2 wards there.
He could get that one, yeah. He could
have
get
taken that one in the pit.
Oof. Man.
Actually, the worst.
I don't know why that annoys me so much whenever that happens. Whenever I see that happen.
Because you use the smite for the buff, that's why.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's the commitment.
It actually just, it's one of the things... Oh, okay, it was timing out. Yeah.
It's the potential loss, you know?
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. Especially the fact that, you know, you pink wards, you got to buy them, and then they sweep out a small area, so you use Razor Sharp to sweep out another area.
Just jungler things. I like Santorin, was attacking, burrowed, and then couldn't see the red buff anymore. So he just like walked in a circle and was like,
well, as long as it hits me at some point.
Yeah. It's the self-blind. Actually thinking about that, yeah, Godbro with Blinding Assault is able to blind. So is Nocturne, in a way, and Graves. I didn't even think about Rek'Sai self-blinding herself.
Self-blinding. Yeah. I don't really think that gives a strategic advantage.
Oh, no, not at all. Like, I don't think there's any circumstance in which Mouse could force Santorin to burrow. Unless maybe he wanted a regen.
I mean, if he wants to tunnel away. But
true, but he doesn't need to be burrowed for that.
True, yeah. Well, if he's got a standing...
Yeah, if he's got a standing one, but if he wants to create a new tunnel, that's true.
It's like, how does he tunnel with hacks?
Bottom tower goes down, over to Huma. This game has been weird over the last couple of minutes. It kind of like, it stalled out and then we got weird.
I was going to say, I think the game has been a little bit weird and then we've gone a little bit loopy in the last few minutes. But HMA, Huma, are getting loopy themselves with looping around on this bot tower, the mid tower. However, mid tower is exposed here. Okay,
so here's what happened over the last couple of minutes. So the teams, Huma made a couple mistakes where they were trying to make picks. And then Mouse punished them, and then they were like, we probably shouldn't do that again, so we'll rotate, try and get this. Oh, there's someone there, we can't take it. Then they roamed and actually got a tower somehow. And also that just happened again in the mid lane. They just beat Mouse to the punch. Now in the top lane, Boonsu potentially caught out. Godbro has popped his ultimate, so he's on the way, and he's on the way very quickly. He should be able to catch him, Prey Seeker, so they got the vision. And Godbro is here. Beansy will probably just have to turn around and deal some damage. It's just not enough damage. Nope. Godbro dropped fairly low, though. That's more than I was expecting from Maokai. This will result in the Dragon going over to Mouse, though.
Yeah, however, will Huma continue pushing here topside, or will they bring everyone down towards the mid lane and leave Godbro up there on his own?
Will they
looks
stay
like
or will they go?
Top, but they're not pushing it fast enough. They're never going to get an inhib tower off this. From the speed they're actually going, they've given Mouse too much time to react. So now they're forced to commit to mid lane, which they could have actually done a lot quicker.
This is an odd situation to be in now. Whirlib hits one back to base, but Sevex is still there. There's no minion wave. Godbro actually went back to base, so it was actually only a 4-man push. Ignore that. We are in the future. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. We are. I was trying to think of something to follow on from that, but...
Something, bow ties are cool. Take a look at the fan vote, 63%. So Huma losing a little bit of fan confidence. Definitely thought it was going to be the 2-0 coming into this week based on prior performances from Mouse, but...
Be very quiet. Or Nadius can recall.
Boring. Like,
yeah,
I was really hyped for that.
So was Godbro by the looks of it.
Round two. No!
I mean, they know he's there. He's not going to get anything from this. Like, what are we going to do? Watch him farm with his ult? Like...
It's the ultimate mind game, though. It's just like, oh, he wouldn't go back in and ult again.
Would
he? Oh, would he?
Oh, dear. You can tell what type of game it is, where, like, that's a highlight.
Yeah.
Godbro ulting in the bush in the bottom lane is one to watch.
Well... The poke is intensifying from Mouse.
Well, the problem with the poke from Mouse is they've been biding their time, waiting to get to this point where both tiers are stacked and they can actually group and siege, but they're playing from behind, and playing poke from behind is very difficult because you have to have the presence to be stepping forward, to always be going forward with poke, to use it at its maximum effect. The other option is poking into objective areas, like Dragon and Baron is very easy, but then you're playing a risky game of hoping they don't rush it down before you. Oof. Ezreal comes through as well.
Dan jumps in, and Whirlib's there. He jumps heroic charge into the wall, but I don't think he actually got the stun off. There's some janky mechanics went on there. Ultimately, no one dies. The poke will come out. And Valor to meet Godbro with behind enemy lines. He'll be probably cycling towards top lane now. I don't know why I said cycling. Because he's been carried by a bird, he's not on a unicycle.
It's actually like, have you ever seen those races? Oh, this is going completely off topic.
Yeah.
You know, like the Red Bull race where everybody has like a pedal bike and they go off the pier? It's exactly like that.
I like the minion wave here right here. Oh. Hey-oh. Okay, he's good. Well, it's so funny in those situations, like in a defensive situation, you can actually just use your ultimate to kick away the minion. But then it gets really bad in like 12 to 15 seconds where the next one comes in, and you just get double the minion wave. It's like, oh, well, it was good for like that 10 seconds or so. But
yeah, future Whirlib is not going to be happy with past Whirlib on that one.
Yeah.
At least it's only a short gap. Like, oh, dear.
I wonder if you knock minions away. No, they always go back to base. I was wondering. Oh no, there is a certain angle. I was wondering if like you knock them away into like a jungle and they go into another lane. Yeah, they just walk back in.
That would be really funny.
Because you can do that with like super minions when they're filing into your base when you're on the other team, and you could just drag them into a different lane.
I'm trying to think. I don't know whether
I don't think so. I think the code is just to go back into the same lane.
Well, no, because it knocks them, what, 3,000 units, right?
Yeah.
On max. I don't think 3,000 units is enough to break. It would depend on the angle.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like, because they do go directly back towards the fountain, right? Is in a straight line.
All right. So someone who's watching this stream, go into a custom game on a second monitor and research it for us. We will wait.
Yeah. Well, Santorin's not going to wait.
No, he's looking for the kill, and this just accelerated. Huma just taking the middle tower. Beanzu was just kind of out of position. He's just chilling in the top jungle, now going into the top side of the map and farming the minion wave. He has TP if a fight erupts, but Huma just kind of bobbing about the map and just taking stuff.
Godbro's just gone from that bicycle you were talking about onto a Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
The ramp for this one up. In comes Binsu, though.
He doesn't have any extra movement speed, but there's the Righteous Glory. He did get slowed down as soon as he came in, and the True Shot Barrage comes out, and he gets the lockdown onto Cass, and he'll get the kill onto Cass as well after that. The Shock
flash.
Blast doesn't land. Who's that behind them? It's Whirlib. Of course it's Whirlib. Whirlib was not on the same page as his team. They were disengaging, and he wanted to jump in. He's got no ultimate, and he'll go down. 2-0. Slight overextension by Huma. Good punish by Mouse.
Yeah, really good punish by Mouse. They managing to turn that one around with the nice teleport play from Binsu on a ward that was behind Huma. And this is why you pick up the Maokai, is it gives you the engage potential with this poke composition, which typically they lack. And you just having the ability to follow up is very effective here. Like, look at this. Huma just react as it goes through. The Braum ult does enough to at least disrupt some of Huma here. And then they can't kill Binsu on the front line. They've got a lot of damage, but a lot of it's just kind of thrown to the wind at that point. Whirlib had to use his ult already. And as you said, communication not on the same page. Whirlib gets dropped in front of the dragon.
Deaded. Sebex has not really needed to use his exhaust this game either. He's never really been in a situation where Godbo's been closing in and needs to exhaust him to stop the burst, and never been in range of Holy Phoenix to use it either. I think it was well a bit for that fact. Like, Sebex can just knock him away with Thundering Blow, and it's just like, fine.
Yeah, so rather than the whack-a-mole we may have had with melee form Jace, turns out we're actually playing Duck Hunt with Sebex and Godbro at this point.
That's so accurate. Godbro is in his ultimate. He's got that movement speed. Now the poke battle starts, and of course, who's going to win? The poke team, Mouse. Santrin's just soaking all the poke up. But actually, Mouse move away from the dragon and back into mid lane. Interesting. I guess the minion wave was there, and they're trying to clear it out just in case Huma decides to go like brute force mid lane. But Mouse want to be in a situation where they can poke at the dragon.
Yeah, like this is good for Mouse. Oh!
The steal out from Dan! Whirlib's kind of in the pit, and he knocks away Braum. He's out of there, but he takes a lantern, so he's good to go.
Double movement traveling there on Rux. There's a bit of a weird animation with the stop-start off the hammer, but then I guess physics on a yodel-wielding hammer-wielding yodel. Yodel-wielding hammer.
Well, Poppy does like act like that in game because it's just like, oh yeah, my hammer likes hitting people. So
that's true.
You know, like,
maybe it is
it
like
does
Thor's
actually
hammer,
work. Yeah.
Where
it's just been dragged along for the ride.
Yeah, now I've got the vision of like a Poppy hanging from the hammer.
Yeah. Like Quicksilver being dragged. Yeah. That's exactly how it is. Santorin is there with Whirlib. Nice CC lock. The CC layer is really nice, but they just don't have enough damage behind the CC to really kill Rux. Now Nardis and Dan are there, and they're walking into a small corridor where they have poke. So they have to disengage.
Godbro once again ults himself, doesn't opt to go top lane to push back what is starting to stack up, but right now this game, like, the side lanes have been neutralized.
Binsu. He's been slammed against the wall, and they're certainly have enough damage to the whole team there. Oh! Oh! The Ludens!
The Ludens. Wow, Pulse actually just like half died at that point with that Ludens. I'm actually laughing more at the reaction.
No, I just didn't think like Ludens from a spear hitting someone random would pick up the kill. Man. Dan also caught out by Godbro. He'll flash away. Nardis over the wall. Rux has been caught out, and he's away from the team. I don't think he's actually in range to use Stand Behind Me, but will get away. Sebex from the side lands the damage. Gotta be honest, his damage is less impressive than I thought mid-game Jace would be, but...
Well, he's gone Ghostblade here, so it's, again, all about getting in auto-attack range. He's running Thunderlords as well, so I can't really catch up with that. And isn't very likely to get that Thunderlord's proc without stepping forward with Hypercharge. He is at rank 6 on both Q and W. Of course, Jace no longer ranks up his ultimate, just has 6 ranks on Q, W, and E.
Yeah, that's a funky change, but he's the only champion who has 6 points in his abilities now.
So, Binsu got blown up. This is right as Pulse had a bit of a moment where he turned into a Wookiee.
Yep, went full Chewbacca.
Yeah. You never go full Chewbacca.
Yeah, I mean, the viewers can't see me now, so
That doesn't
I
mean I'm
could
going to
be
let
a
you
Wookiee.
win
Actually,
at
like,
anything.
actually, just how I look in real life is just like a skin suit, and actually underneath I am a Wookiee.
Our cameras and makeup do a really good job of covering for that.
Indeed. Good stuff. So Huma, after that trade, do actually pull ahead in this game again. They've actually been ahead for a lot of this game, but it's kind of been odd because like Mouse have managed to catch them out sometimes and they've stalled out, and there's been large gaps in time where neither team can really do anything, but Huma still have the advantage. But they're just like looking for places to extend their advantage. Like this one, onto Sevix looking for the takedown, but Asandrian actually dies. I believe he just died during the Dark Passage, and Gobro would jump over the walls. Just Sweet Cat's trying to get away here as well. And the chair does not land on the Godbro. He has to juke back and forth, but he's already used the flash, so he can't get away. A nice 2 pickups by Mouse. Again, just another punish on the Avarice from Huma.
This game is spiraling out of Huma's control. Mouse is still behind when it comes to a gold lead, but you look at the tempo of the game over the last 10 minutes, it has drastically changed in favor of Mouse. Now they're going for a Baron. They have fairly quick Baron clears. Santorin, where's his closest tunnel? I don't believe he actually has one anywhere other than mid lane. He's pinging on it to say he needs a lot more time to come from the rest of his team. Huma are going to try and close in as this Baron is dying. It's regenning though.
Yeah, 3 versus 4 though, and Sevix is dropping low, but Beanstu, how much can Holy Phoenix do? He needs to be the hero that they need. Nardius gets slammed against the wall with Warleb, and Santorin also there with the lockup, and he was the hero. Triple kill for Holy Phoenix. Now they move on to Baron, but it's all on Rux, and they don't know he's there. He doesn't have ultimate and doesn't have flash. I don't know what he's planning on doing, but if he lands the Winter's Bite and steals it, it will be the greatest play of the year. Oh,
well, it's going to take a while.
Oh.
Yeah, Godbro's gone in.
Brom versus Quinn. Brom is losing quite badly. And he's CC'd. He may get... Nope, he's dead.
And in that fight, that was really weird from Mouse. So they go into the Baron pit, and there's just this moment where Baron hits 4k health that Mouse are like, do we do the Baron, do we fight? Not really sure what we do here. So Nardius kites around, and Mouse just stopped doing damage to the Baron, but is stuck in the pit, taking damage from it at the same time. Like, and Holy Phoenix is just like, okay, I'll take the Baron assists on this. Like, I have enough damage for this, and that actually is going to make this game swing all the way back in favor of Huma right now. Baron buff should be enough for them to close out at least the first inhibitor of the game. Maybe not on this push, but when they readjust, they should be able to get one.
When we look at damage graphs and stuff, I wish we could see how much damage Baron dealt, because he dealt damage at the same time Holy Phoenix was dealing damage to the 2 carries at the end there, and they just lost like a quarter of their health at a time every time the auto attack and the Baron damage came in. So I couldn't tell who was coming from. Like, it was probably equal parts, but because it was Baron damage on squishies, it's so much.
Yeah,
I actually think Baron was MVP of that fight. Probably dealt like at least half.
For sure. They were taking a lot of the splash as well from like that was a lot on Baron from Huma. But then that's the thing, is like, if you're not confident enough to take that Baron quickly from Mouse, then it's not the right option.
Nope. Need to get that Baron damage per minute.
Oh.
God, bro. Does not land the Q. You want to land the Q first so they become vulnerable, and then you auto attack, and then you E and auto attack so for the maximum damage. Ooh. Or you just shoot them in the face with your hammer.
Oh, load up that NES cartridge. We're playing Duck Hunt. Oh, it didn't work. You got to blow on the cartridge.
Yep.
Had that error.
Reset.
Yeah.
Godbro's out. He almost has exhaust as well. So if he's run into a similar situation, Sevix will not have the same burst. Likewise, Sevix still has his own exhaust, so they'll be in this awkward situation where they exhaust each other and neither of them do damage.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. This is like the worst shock blast, is just like 10 damage. Well, it's not that bad. Like, the damage reduction is like 40%. But
it's not like 100% damage reduction, but
99% damage reduction.
I mean, it's a fair amount. But, oh, that's
this could be a big ultimate.
Big amount of damage, but
through the goalposts. Ooh, Dan, that's actually horrible. He just threw that spear while blinded, so he was like, well, literally a shot in the dark. Bot lane now being sieged in. Really nice setup by Huma. They've been setting up all the minion waves so they can now siege. Bot towers dropping low. That was a big chunk of damage. And Warleb, great uses of the ultimate there. It's only got 1/3 cooldown now. He didn't actually use it to hit anyone back because they didn't want to go for the fight immediately. So Nice keeper's verdict.
MOUs are holding for now, though. They lose the inhibitor tower. Do not lose the inhib yet. And I'm going to take a look at how long. Only the runic affinity extra time on the Baron is active now for Huma. It's only Santorin that has that buff. So it is coming to the end. So Huma back themselves away. Don't get the inhibitor off their Baron. That is actually potentially the thing that'll allow MOUs to close this game. I mean, MOUs are still behind. They're further behind now than they were before. But what I mean by that is MOUs have been holding on very well. And it's difficult for Huma to go aggressive because they can't reliably go in multiple lanes. Godbro gets poked out by Sebex2 effectively. Werlib can't get enough done on his own to hold a solo lane. So they have to try and brute force something. And MOUs have done a good job of just laying down defensive poke time and time again.
Problem is, when you try to brute force with this type of composition, and the specific objective they're trying to go after is like inhibs or inhib towers, and you're in like a bottleneck, where MOUs is like, well, I just need to shoot my poke in this kind of general direction. I'm going to hit something. It might be a minion, but I'm going to hit something.
Also, you look at the vision control that MOUs have topside. Like, there's no way Huma go through that jungle without being spotted all the way. It allows MOUs to quickly just reposition through their base because they're not defending any of the non-base towers. We've got to the situation where with this setup of warding, it's actually faster for MOUs to rotate somewhat than Huma. It's about the same amount of time because MOUs will spot Huma as they enter the jungle as opposed to when they're in the jungle already crossing, so it's not the same as like lane to lane crossing.
This is also the most like toxic poke team to go up against because like Nidalee with Rylai's and Runic Echoes means you hit a minion and you slow everyone around that minion if you get hit by the Luden proc. And then plus you also have the slow in from Nadia, so if you get slowed once, it lines you up for all the rest of the slows and you just are permanently slowed. It's actually really horrible.
Here you can see there is the reposition, but this is actually a lot better from Huma. They brought Godbro up here through the vision and drew all of MOUs up because MOUs figured they were sticking together as a team. And it means that Huma have now been able to go bottom lane, but they didn't push fast enough. MOUs have repositioned.
I love the pickup by Werlib here. ZZ Rock Portal has been picked up, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
If he actually just sticks it in a side lane, because the problem with MOUs is their poke is great, but they can't actually step outside of the base right now, so they can't actually clear the ZZ Rot.
Pulsey's going top.
He is. He's going to place it down probably in that bush.
He's placing it.
Oh, he actually placed it in a funky place.
Go.
So that will just permanently push now. Now he can join his team, and a minion wave will hit the top lane. There's a double minion stack, plus those Voidlings, which will reach the tower without decaying, and will take the tower by themselves, because when they reach towers, they explode and deal X amount of damage. It also scales from the maximum health of Poppy, and Werlib's only really been stacking HP this game.
Yeah,
so,
427.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with that ZZ Rot portal. If you can't push alone, get one of them, grab yourself a banner or command.
Actually, here comes the pressure from Huma, and this inhibitor should be going down. MOUs, the onus is on them to do something. Werlib is channeling up the ultimate. We'll stop using it, and now the inhibitor is out of the equation. Now trying to chase after. Godbro channels up, his ultimate is out of there. And the pressure caused by top lane. Ooh, that's a big chunk damage onto Holy Phoenix. But top lane, Jace is only now going up there. And those Voidlings were actually hammering over that turret health. I actually need to take a look at that real quick.
It's half health, under half health.
It's about 1/3 HP just from that ZZ Rot.
Oh, look at this. Voidling cam. Look at it do work.
That's actually perfect. We can just leave that there for the rest of the game.
Look at it do work.
Look at it. It's just like a comedic item, because for such a long time it was kind of a joke and then actually became good.
I would love to see the point of view of it. Nevertheless, there's an engage.
Rux is quite tanky, but he's still taking it down to flash the knockup from Santorin, and now the team will close in and pick up the kill. In the backline, Beansu is going for the engage, but it's already 4 versus 5. This could be the final nail in the coffin. Double kill in for Holy Phoenix. He is still unkilled in this game. This could be more additional kills. Valkyrie aggressive. That's such a big crit. There is the triple. This could very much be the quadra kill. Scumbag Godbro with the kill onto Dan. That could have been another penta and padded his stats, but Godbro wanted the glory. 5-3-5 mid lane Quinn, of course it would be. And now this will be the end of the game. with the Nexus turrets going down, and Huma even up 1-1 today against Mouse and pick up a point each. But it was a hard-fought victory, and Huma, they line up, they shoot the cannons. Fantastic.
That was a lot better from Huma when you look at the overall result and the overall kind of feel of the victory, but the problem was it was very slow. Real slow game between these two, and it's just because Huma could never continually go forward. They weren't strong enough to do multi-lane pushes, and the defense was just too strong with the siege coming out from Mouse, which resulted in this stalemate for a good like 15 minutes of that game. But ultimately, the Baron was one of the big tipping points in this game between these two, and Huma managed to close it out from it.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Baron was like the big thing that turned the game, because Mouse, if they had taken that Baron, like the game would have probably stalled out and maybe they could have carried on going, because there was a moment where that game was starting to swing in Mouse's direction where Huma simply could not siege. Like they just couldn't group up and then get hit by the poke. But as soon as the Baron happened, yes, it took them a long time to clear out, but ultimately it was just delaying the inevitable from Mouse, because while they could poke, they are going to lose structures slowly. It's just like, how long is that going to take? And that's just generally how the game went. But yeah, that was sloppy for sure by Huma, even in the win. And I think the point that you made in game one with the inconsistency from Huma could be really big throughout this split, because if you are consistent in 1 week but then inconsistent against a team who was at the bottom of the table with 0 points and you can't pick up wins there, then how are you going to deal against some of the better teams? They've already gone against Millennium, but there's still like a good couple that are in the pack still that they had to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game that Huma would have looked at and gone, okay, we're 2-0 this week.
Yeah.
And put that in the bank and just being like, okay, well, let's not worry about that anymore. Let's just keep on moving forward. The problem is now they only get 1 point from this. Mouse get the point as well. It puts them in a situation where, unlike Millennium, where Huma were potentially eyeing up a playoff spot in today's series, getting to a 6-0 point, it now kind of raises questions. You're looking at that mix of Inspire, Copenhagen Wolves, Huma, all in the same points region. So there's a lot still that's up in the air.
Yeah, for sure. And now those games have been locked in for week 3, we can actually see where the teams are in those standings and where they are after today. So Millennium is still at the very top, undefeated, 9 points, with Inspire and Copenhagen Wolves behind them. There you can see Huma actually tied with Copenhagen Wolves now. And at Mousesports, just edge ahead ever so slightly above SK Gaming, who are right at the bottom. But do remember to join us again next week for more Challenger action, as we'll be starting off the day with Inspire versus Millennium, and that'll be another best of 2.
Then we have Mouse and SK trying to separate themselves at the bottom of the pack before Copenhagen Wolves and Huma try and sort out some of the mid and top end of the pack troubles between the teams. But if you missed any of today's games, want to study what the players are doing with runes and masteries, anything like that, you can catch it all on lollysports.com.
Yeah, definitely want to check out the runes from Godbro in that game. I want to see what mid Quinn is actually running. But tune in Wednesday night at 5 PM PST or Thursday 2 AM CET for the latest episode of PTL. Then right after that at 3 AM CET, our North American counterparts will be kicking off week 3 of the North American Challenger Series. And they'll be starting the day with Dream Team taking on Apex. And with that, we do close out the day and another week of the European Challenger Series. So from myself, Stress, and the Challenger broadcast team, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next week. You carry on trading, and then once you want to run away, you just can't. Soren, the ultimate coming out. Newstar's trying to block the ultimate, but it's taking so much damage by himself. Pranoy jumps in, is already picking up one target, takes down Pretty, and the flash comes backwards from Hansam, and he burns both the summons for that. But Kaze wants blood. He comes in with a keeper's verdict, but has been CC'd up coming in from the gravity field, and it's this one-man army with a shutdown. Moving on to Pranoy, looking for the triple. Scumbag Masterwork picks up the kill. 4 for 1. Kaze taking the team on his back, and I was wrong at the start of the game when I said I don't think he could carry.
If SK can get the drive-by from Go, he wants to go straight in.
He's going to land it onto no one. Sartorius just block it up, but then there's the ultimate from Go. He'll be CCing everyone down, but there's no team to really follow up on that. And now Go is caught up by himself, now going into his passive, and he'll be reconverging, but it's just not enough. He doesn't have the time, and Vardax is on the front lines by himself. Sartorius has been flown into the rest of the team. That was not a good Monsoon, and Suno will block some of the damage, but collateral damage on the overkill. Double kill out for Warlight, 4 for 0.
Right now, this game, like, the side lanes have been neutralized.
Beansu, he's been slammed against the wall, and that's only have enough damage to the whole team there. Aatrox is quite tanky, but he's still taking it down to flash the knockup from Santa, and then now the team will close in and pick up the kill. In the backline, Beansu is going for the engage, but it's already 4 versus 5. This could be the final nail in the coffin. Double kill in for Holy Phoenix. He is still unkilled in this game. This could be more additional kills. Valkyrie aggressive. That's such a big crit. There is the triple. This could very much be the quadra kill. Scumbag Godbro with the kill onto Dan. That could have been another Penta and padded his stats, but Godbro wanted the glory. 5-3-5 mid lane Quinn, of course it would be. And now this will be the end of the game.